Okay, and then we need to just go in and edit the press release project here, resize the window. Alright, so your name, you can use, it's a little bit bigger. So use any name you want, or something. And your bio. Oh, close enough. Alright, so we select our profile we want to submit to. And then select our output lists, the URLs of the RSS. We'll put in our tags. And our title. Launched. Okay. And obviously if you actually are doing this for real, it's going to work better for you if you go through and select real categories that are actually somewhat related to what you're submitting. Alright, so now we have all of our projects set up. So we've got our money site. Linking to that, we'll have our social networking and our press release projects. We'll push the social bookmarking and RSS into the social networking project, and then we'll set up an indexer project for the social networking as well. So what we'll do is we'll schedule the press release first, because that's just kind of going to run on its own. So we select it and schedule project. Schedule project. Of course, I forgot subsets. Okay. So, if we want to just have it go for one day, we can just leave this all, whatever, call it all good. We're going to spread it. We'll spread it over 5 days. We'll do it randomly. I like doing this, and it submits a different number each day. So there's 40 sites, so it'll be 100% would be 8 per day, so this will do somewhere between 4 and 12 per day. I like that, so we'll go ahead and just save that. So now if we go, we look at our press release project schedule at 2 p.m. for 5 days. Next runtime is going to be in, well, it's 14 minutes from now. And there's still 40 sites to submit to. We'll submit to between 4 and 12 today, and then that number will decrease. The last runtime will get updated as 7, 9, 11, and then the next runtime will be 7, 10, 11, and we go from there. Now we'll set up our social networking project. We're going to do, must be at least 6 characters on the book here. Down 1, 2, 3. And then we'll schedule our project again. fine, and that's going to spin. So we'll just put our demo here, click this, and it'll set up our spinning for us. Nice and slick. Okay, we don't want to submit there. Alright, so we're finally back here. We're going to do the exact same setup. We're going to spread it over 5 days and distribute it randomly. Except we're going to start this at 4 p.m. just to give a little staggering to when everything's running. Alright, so close that, and you can see schedule at 4 p.m. for 5 days, starts at 5 p.m., 22 sites to submit to. Alright, normally before doing any of this, I would run the account creation project manually. I don't normally schedule those, so if you did want to, you could schedule that and then chain these other projects onto it. I think that's a big hassle and not needed. But what we will do now is, so we'll start by scheduling the indexer project here. URL list is empty, yeah, I know. Alright, so we're going to use URL lists from social networking. Only use URLs from the last 24 hours. So what's going to happen is the social networking project is going to run once a day, and then it's going to add the URLs in, and then the indexer is going to run, and it's only going to use the ones that were submitted in the last 24 hours. There might be a little bit of overlap depending on how long submissions take. Just leave it like that, that's fine. It should just pick up each URL once, so we're going to schedule that, and what we're going to do is start this project after, and then we're going to select our social networking project, and we want to choose is completed for the day. So this is the same as chaining a project in the wizard. If you just choose is complete, it will wait until the social networking project is run all 5 days, then it will pick up the URLs and submit those to indexing. But this way, if we do is completed for the day, it'll take each day's worth of submissions and submit those at the end of the day. Well, not at the end of the day, as soon as the project is done and this runs. So we'll save that. So now we can see, if we expand these out a little bit. So the schedule for the indexer is starting after the project, new social network project 1 completed for the day. So that's what we want to see. That's how we know it's chained onto that project. So then we're going to do the exact same thing for our social bookmarking and all that stuff. So close out the schedule project. Start after the social networking project is completed for the day. We'll save that. And the same thing for the RSS. Start after social networking project is completed for the day. Alright, so that is setting up a wizard campaign exactly like you have in the wizard with all different scheduling projects, except doing it manually. If you wanted, you could, so say you want to schedule a second round of social networking with the bookmarking and the RSS and all that stuff, you can copy and paste those to get copies of that project, but now change the schedule. So we can take this and schedule it to start after our social networking project is completed, so it won't start until it's completely done. Or we could just change the date to, I think the 14th is the last day it would run, so we could change it to the 15th. And then we can spread the submission over, we'll say we'll do it over 3 days this time, and distribute it randomly. So now, this will run for 3 days, starting after our social networking project is completed. And then we can chain these back on. So now we'll start after our social networking project, copy 1 is completed for the day, close that, and then schedule the RSS, start after our social networking project copy 1 is completed for the day. So now what we have is there is going to be a first round of linking that will have the social networking and the press release, and then 3 different modules linking into the social networking. And then after all of that's done, it'll start a new social network, submit that same project again to all the sites, and then it will social bookmark and RSS that chain down, just like before. And that is how you set up a Wizard style campaign manually.